drones, medicine, weapons, moving quietly from Russia to Iran. What began in Ukraine is now feeding a war in the Middle East. Moscow denies it. Western intelligence says otherwise. As Israel strikes supply routes and alliances deepen, one reality is becoming impossible to ignore. This is no longer one war. A new layer is being added to the widening conflict, one that stretches far beyond the Middle East and deep into the geopolitical rivalry shaping Europe. According to Western intelligence assessments cited by the Financial Times, Russia is nearing completion of a phased shipment of drones, medicine, and food to Iran. The deliveries, which reportedly began in early March 2026, are expected to conclude by the end of the month, signaling a significant escalation in Moscow's support for Tehran. Senior officials from both countries are said to have initiated secret discussions on drone transfers just days after US and Israeli strikes on Iran. While Moscow has long provided Tehran with intelligence support, including satellite imagery and targeting data, the transfer of weaponized drones would mark the first clear indication of direct lethal aid since the conflict began. Publicly, the Kremlin has downplayed the reports. Despite the denial, Western officials suggest the move is part of a broader strategy to stabilize Iran's military capabilities and reinforce the regime politically at a time of mounting pressure. Asked about the shipment of drones, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told the Financial Times,
"There are a lot of fakes going around right now. One thing is true. We are continuing our dialogue with the Iranian leadership."
Iran's reliance on drone warfare is well established. Since the outbreak of hostilities, Tehran has deployed more than 3,000 one-way attack drones across the region, using them to strike military and infrastructure targets. These systems, often low-cost and mass-produced, have become central to Iran's asymmetric warfare doctrine. Russia, for its part, has been manufacturing its own variants based on Iranian designs since 2023, adapting them for use in Ukraine with enhanced payloads and improved evasion capabilities. Analysts believe Iran could be seeking advanced Russian models, potentially including variants similar to the Geran 2, to upgrade its existing fleet or reverse engineer improvements into domestic systems. The Geran 2 drone is based on the Iranian Shahed MUN-36.
They don't need more drones, they need better drones. They are after the more advanced capabilities.
Analysts say the advanced Russian weaponry could also improve the effectiveness of Iranian drone strikes, especially if Tehran did not have the time to integrate that technology into its domestic systems.
The Russians dramatically improved the Shaheds, including modifications to the engines, navigation, and anti-jamming capabilities. So, these systems are already more advanced than the ones Iran was producing domestically.
At the same time, Tehran has reportedly sought more advanced air defense systems from Moscow. While a deal has been reached for the delivery of Verba missile systems and associated launch units, Russia has so far declined to supply the more sophisticated S-400 platform, wary of triggering a direct escalation with the United States. The evolving partnership is not without constraints. Although Russia and Iran signed a strategic cooperation agreement last year, it stops short of a formal mutual defense pact, reflecting the limits of their alignment. Complicating matters further, Israel has already moved to disrupt this growing cooperation. Recent strikes targeting supply routes across the Caspian Sea underscore a clear intent to sever the logistical links between Moscow and Tehran. And as weapons, intelligence, and strategy begin to flow more freely between these fronts, the risk is no longer just escalation, it is an entanglement on a global scale. A deepening military partnership between Moscow and Tehran is raising fresh concerns across global security circles, fueled by intelligence sharing, advanced drone technology, and growing coordination on the battlefield. Russia has been expanding its intelligence sharing and military cooperation with Iran. The Wall Street Journal reported citing sources. The report said that they are supplying satellite imagery and enhanced drone technology to support Tehran's targeting of United States forces across the Middle East. The move appears aimed at strengthening Russia's closest regional ally while prolonging a conflict that is delivering both military and economic advantages to Moscow. Among the support provided are upgraded components for modified Shahed drones, designed to improve communication systems, navigation precision, and targeting capabilities. Drawing on its operational experience in Ukraine, Russia is also advising Iran on tactical deployment, ranging from the number of drones to be used in coordinated strikes to the optimal altitudes for maximum impact. Sources, including a senior European intelligence officer, told WSJ that Russia has also shared the locations of US military assets and those of its regional allies. This cooperation has intensified in the early phase of the current conflict, with satellite imagery now being directly supplied to Tehran. A Middle Eastern diplomat confirmed that such intelligence has enhanced Iran's situational awareness on the ground. Satellite data offers detailed insights into both land and maritime targets, enabling more accurate strike planning and post-attack damage assessment. Analysts suggest that this level of detail, particularly regarding aircraft, weapons facilities, air defense systems, and naval movements, could significantly improve Iran's operational effectiveness. The intelligence is believed to be sourced from a network of Russian military satellites operated by the country's aerospace forces. Iran's recent military performance appears to reflect this support. Compared to last year's brief 12-day conflict, Tehran has demonstrated improved precision in targeting US and Gulf state assets. Its tactics, deploying waves of drones to overwhelm radar systems before launching missile strikes, closely resemble strategies used by Russian forces in Ukraine. Despite these developments, Moscow has denied providing intelligence to assist Iranian strikes. While Russia and Iran do not share a formal military alliance, their partnership has deepened considerably since the invasion of Ukraine. The two nations have established joint working groups, exchanged military delegations, and conducted joint training exercises. Russia has even assisted in launching Iranian satellite systems. Crucially, Iran has supplied Russia with large numbers of Shahed drones for use in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has described Iran and Russia as brothers in hatred, warning lawmakers in London about the growing threat posed by drone warfare.
The regimes in Russia and Iran are brothers in hatred. And that is why they are brothers in weapons. And we want regimes built on hatred to never win in anything.
He also revealed that Ukrainian military experts are currently deployed across the Gulf and wider Middle East, assisting regional governments in countering Iranian drone attacks.
There are 201 Ukrainians in the Middle East and Gulf region, and another 34 are ready to deploy. These are military experts who know how to help, how to defend against Shahed drones. Our teams are already in the Emirates, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and on the way to Kuwait. We are working with several other countries. Agreements are already in place. We do not want this terror of the Iranian regime against its neighbors to succeed. And I sent these military experts at the request of our partners, including the United States. In fact, this is a part of drone deal we proposed to the United States, which we worked on together and which is still on the table.
As cooperation between Moscow and Tehran intensifies, the evolving conflict is not only reshaping military tactics, but also redrawing geopolitical fault lines, raising urgent questions about how far this shadow partnership might go and what it means for an already volatile region.